All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutations, and hopeful leg out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And what I want to get into this morning, is pretty much, a passage I was reading, out of the book of Jeremiah, and just made me think, the life of a prophet. All right. The life of a prophet, is one, that of an outcast, one, that's full of vexation, and pretty much there's a lot of sacrifice, all right, within the life of a prophet, man. It's not about the glitz and glamours, being looked at as some, scripture Hebrew guru, or being looked at just some deep, nigga in the earth. No, man, this is a duty, all right. And there was a reason why Jonas, all right, when he was called to be a prophet, he tried to get away from it, man, because hey, the prophets, the Most High would send prophets on some hell of a missions, man. He had Jeremiah, post up in the gates, the actual gates, where the king, his garments would be, and he would set up to cuss their ass out if they was going in and going out, man. You know. Then you had Isaiah, you had to walk around naked. Ezekiel, all right, had to eat, animal dung, all right, bake it in the food. You see, hey, the prophets have a hell of a lot, but it's gonna be worth it in the end, all right. When we're rewarded, Lord willing, we those men. Now, when you go to Jeremiah chapter 20, all right, verse 7, and then Jeremiah, hey, he was in his feelings, complaining, all right, because he was catching hell, man. Niggas didn't want to listen. You had an incident where Jake had slapped Jeremiah, and Most High was pissed at that. Most High was pissed at that, man. Lord will I find that account and do a separate little video. But yeah, man, Jeremiah was just catching hell. So when you go to Jeremiah 27, it says, "O Lord Yahweh, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me." You have to understand, like, as a prophet, when we're away from the brothers, it seems like we're the only one to think like we're think. Like we think when we're away from, other believers, and I know you brothers, even you few sisters can attest, like when we're away from believers, it's like we're the only one that think like we think. Everyone else pretty mocks, our life and how we live. You see? And it says, "For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay." Yeah, so hey, Jeremiah wanted to retire, man. You see? But the word was in him. That's why a true prophet can't run from his lot. All right? The only way you can prophesy and stop prophesying and be content is if you were never a prophet to begin with. And that's a scary thing. You see? But a true prophet can't stop prophesying. If we was born to be prophets, there's nothing we can do to get away from this lot, man. We locked in, man, and we got to ride it all the way out. It is what it is, man. The good, the bad. Like I say, some brothers going to end up homeless. Some brothers going to end up with no families. Some brothers going to end up, on the move. Some brothers going to end up in concentration camps. Jeremiah ended up in the pit. You see? And it says, verse 10, it says, "For I heard the defaming of many," all right, "fear on every side. Report say they, and we will report it. All my familiars watch for my halting." You see, all eyes on us, man. Everyone sees what we're gonna do, how we're gonna move, how we're gonna react. You see, these, different mandates and restrictions come forth. Everyone is wondering how we're gonna react. Hey, the prophets pretty much on center stage, man. You see? And it said, peradventure he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him. But the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is with me as a mighty terrible one. And see, this is what we got to remember. Yahweh Shema Shai is with us as a mighty terrible one. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. It says they shall be greatly ashamed, for they shall not prosper. Their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten, man. You see? So Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, is working on our behalf, man. Even though we're going to be in some tough, uncomfortable situations, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai is overseeing everything, man. You know, and we have to remember that, man. But this, you know, the condition of the battle, you know, with being a prophet, man. Verse 12, it said, but the Lord of hosts that trieth the righteous and seeth the reins of the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I opened my cause, man. The Most High is going to, like, all this wrongdoing and evil doing that people are doing towards the ministry, doing towards the work of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's gonna have to be answered for, man. The Most High gonna require that, man. You know. Now they're in a time where they're physically trying to smite the prophets, but spiritually, man, you know, people are at us, man. You see, but there's gonna come a time when the Most High is gonna start opening up on these people, man. And our forefathers made requests for that, man. You know. We're about to see all those that came up against Yahweh Shema Shai. The Most High is going to require that. Yahweh Shai is going to require that, man. You know, when you go to Matthew 23 and 33. No, I started at 30. And it says, I started 29. It said, woe unto you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres, all right, of the righteous. Yeah, because here it is, you know, Jake liked to be, you know, made to be holy. You know, Jake loved that holy is thou, you know, that holy is thou, all right, persona, you know, as if they was all about the prophets and the word and the law, you know, but really they was hypocrites, man, sellouts, all right, you know, overbearing. You see, Jake wasn't right, but they like to put on their righteous persona, just like today. You see, Jake know they ain't right, but then they try to come as if they're humble, as if they're, you know, cool with brothers and all, you know. Jake come in that same spirit. All right, and Yahweh was calling them out. It says, and say, if we had been in the days of our father, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherefore ye be witness unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. You see? Fill you up then the measure of your fathers, man. So these men are back, man, that gave the prophets a hard time in every reincarnation, because best believe them niggas that was back during the time of Jeremiah, throwing them in the pit, slapping Jeremiah, you know, always trying to seduce Jeremiah. You see, these niggas was back during the time of Yahushua, giving Yahushua hell, man. It's the same thing today. As the men of Yahushua here, those men are back. All right, and this is in this society that despise the prophets, they're back, man. It says, ye serpents, ye generational vipers, how can you escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye kill and crucify, and some of them you shall scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel and unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple, all right, and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. And that's why this time is likened to a time like never before since the earth was, man, because there's a lot of blood that's required, all right, with this society, man. From Esau, Edom, his wickedness, these heathens for being in cahoots with Esau, and for Jake's, all right, the way they're so against, you know, the righteous order of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, that's gonna be required. And see, Yahweh Shai was giving us the game on what we will face, man. That's why, you know, he was rough on the disciples, getting them ready for what they would endure, man. All right. This is Luke 6:22. It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil." And it says, "For the Son of Man's sake, rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets." You see? So that's a part, of our walk, is to have to deal with these things, man. To be those extreme outcasts, man. That's part of drinking that cup of Yahushua, and he let us know. All right? But then what did he say? It says, verse 25, I'm going to skip down, said, "But woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you for laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." And see, we come to a time where we're going to be rewarded, and we're going to be rejoicing, man. This is Revelation, because prophets going to get the last laugh at the end of the day. It's Revelation 18 and 20. It said, "Rejoice over her." This is destruction of Babylon. And there's going to be a lot of niggas left in this, man. Like, hey, the Most High got judgment prepared, man. All right, it's going to be niggas. All right, it's going to be this society of wicked Israelites, all right, that's going to be in this lake of fire, America being nuked, man. All right, and it says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her." You see? And this is America, man. And everything that it stands for, and everybody that's agreed with it, man. Because if you come against Yahushua, you're coming against the standard of righteousness in the scriptures, man. Which makes you, all right, as an enemy. And this is Revelation 11:18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets." All right, because that's who's gonna get, the heaviest portion of the blessing. All right, in the kingdom is gonna be the prophets, man. Everyone's gonna get, that penny, their reward. All right, of being within what their ruling family, man, their ruling class. You see? But there's even elite amongst, all right, the elect, all right? And that's why the prophets catch so much here, because the Most High got such great rewards, man. But everybody going to be straight, good. We all say going to receive that penny, all right? There's going to be levels, man. And it says, "And to the saints and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them that destroy the earth," man. So the prophets laugh last at the end, man, but it's about enduring, man. It is what it is, man. Take it on the chin and keep moving, man. Our reward is yet to come. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters edified till the next time I say shalom.